Hello everyone and welcome! It's been a while since we had a proper manliness on this channel, so I figured let's finally talk about Braum. There are many tales about Braum told by the people from his home village. There is a story about Braum defeating a dragon in a face-to-face combat to protect the village, or a story about him racing down a mountain of lava. But today we are going to talk about the story of how Braum got his shield. Long time ago, Braum was a simple shepherd living in the mountains above his village. He was very well known for being the kindest man anyone had ever met. He always had a smile on his face and laugh on his lips. Tales about him say that he could chop down trees with his bare hands, and such strength was useful while helping others. Every time someone was in trouble, Braum was there to help. He ripped trees from roots to save drowning goats, and he put out fire burning the village on his own. He was just a man, but to the village, he was a hero. One day, as he was tending his goats and sheep, something terrible happened. A young troll boy was climbing above the village, and there he found a secret vault hidden in the side of the mountain. The entrance was guarded by a huge stone door with a shard of true ice in its center. When he opened the door, he couldn't believe his eyes. The vault was filled with gold, jewels, and every kind of treasure imaginable. What he didn't know was that the vault was a trap. It was cursed by Lysandra, and as the boy entered, the magical door shut behind him, locking him inside. He tried to get out, but there was just no way. Luckily, a passing shepherd heard his cries and called for help. Everyone rushed to the accident, but even the strongest warriors couldn't open the door. The boy's parents were hopeless. The mother cried loudly in desperation, as if calling for a miracle. A distant laugh answered. As the hero everyone described him to be, Braum ran down the mountain with a laugh on his lips. The villagers told him about the troll boy and the curse that locked him in. To that, Braum smiled, nodded and faced the door. He pushed it, pulled it, punched it, kicked it. He even tried to rip it from its hinges. But the door wouldn't budge. For the first time in a long time, Braum couldn't help. For 4 days and nights, Braum sat on a boulder trying to think of a solution. After all, a child's life was at stake. Then, as the sun rose for the 5th day, his eyes widened and a broad grin lit up his face. "If I can't go through the door," he said, "then I'll just have to go through..." He paused the sentence as he stood up. "The mountain." And so Braum climbed up to the peak of the mountain and started punching his way straight down, pummeling into stone, fist after fist, rocks flying in his wake, until he vanished deep in the mountain. As the villagers outside held their breath, the rock around the door crumbled, and when the dust cleared, they saw Braum standing in a room full of treasure with a weak but happy troll boy in his arms. But before they could celebrate, everything began to rumble and shake. As Braum cut his way through the mountain, he had weakened the structure, and now it was caving in. With no obvious way out, Braum grabbed the enchanted door and held it above him like a shield, protecting them as the mountain top collapsed all around them. When it was over, Braum was amazed that there wasn't a single scratch on the door. He knew it was something special, and from that moment on, the magical shield never left his side. But the world is a big place, and Braum realized that. So he set off into the distance, knowing his tales were not done yet. At the end of his story, he ventures off in the direction of a nearby avalanche. What may be the end of Braum's story may be the beginning of Udyr's story. Even the building in danger looks like a monastery, but there is no confirmation on that. And that is where Braum's story really ends. If you enjoyed it, you can always subscribe for more weekly stories and possibly rate the video to your liking. I am always open to feedback both here in the comment section and on my social media, where, by the way, you can track how the new visual update of the channel is going on. So thank you everyone so much for watching. I really appreciate it, even if you don't let me know you exist. And as always, thank you, come again.
Next time, you get my back. Huh?
This is one of the shortest stories I ever released on my channel, and because it is a short story, I don't want to make the outro too long. So I just quickly want to say that I am currently working on one more video that will be another talk about something that's based on design around League of Legends, and then there is one more big lore video that's coming out. So with that, see you in the next one.